This is what's called the work formula, which is used whenever two people or objects are working together to complete a job. The formula is 1 over A plus 1 over B equals 1 over T, where A represents the time it takes the first person or object to complete a job working alone. B is the time it takes the second person or object to complete the same job working alone. And then T is the time that it would take them together to complete the job. Here's an example. In this work problem, it says it takes Joe 7 hours to paint an apartment, and it takes Cindy 9 hours to paint the same apartment. How long would it take them to paint it if they worked together? So the work formula is 1 over A plus 1 over B is equal to 1 over T. A and B represent the times that it takes Joe and Cindy to paint it working by themselves. T represents the time it would take them working together. So 7 represents A here. So 7 hours, that's our A, the time it takes Joe to paint it if he was working by himself. 9 right there is the B, that's how long it would take Cindy working by herself. And then T is the together time, how long it would take them working together. So substituting 7 for A and 9 for B, the equation becomes 1/7, 1 over 7, plus 1/9, 1 over 9, is equal to 1 over T. We need to solve for T here. And this is what we need to solve for. We need to solve for T, which is how long it would take them working together. So we need to clear the fractions, first of all. And looking at our three denominators, a 7, a 9, and a T, the least common denominator, remember, is always the least common multiple of our denominators. The least common multiple of 7 and 9 is 7 times 9, which is 63. So we would need to multiply both sides by 63 and also by T, because we're trying to clear this denominator of a T as well. So 63T is the least common denominator. Multiply both sides by 63T. So this needs to be distributed through the parentheses. We've got 63T times 1/7, and then plus 63T times 1/9 is equal to, and then on the right side, we could just cancel the T's out real quick here and get 1 times 63, which is 63. On the left side, 63T times 1/7, 7 divides into 63 9 times. So for our first term, we have 9T times 1, which is 9T, and then plus. For the second term, 63T times 1/9, 9 divides into 63 perfectly 7 times. So we've got 7T times 1, which is 7T, and then equals 63. 9T plus 7T equals 63. The fractions are cleared. From there then, let's just combine these like terms. 9T plus 7T would be 16T. So we got 16T equals 63. And then to finish it, to isolate T, all we need to do is divide both sides by 16. So T is equal to 63/16. I don't think that can reduce at all to lower terms, so 63/16 hours. That's a valid answer for their time that it would take them together to paint that apartment. That's a little difficult to comprehend, so we might want to express it as a mixed number. So T is equal to, if we divide 16 into 63, 16 would divide into 63 roughly 3 times. 3 times 16 is 48. Subtract there and get 15 for the remainder. So we could express the time as 3 and 15/16 hours. That's also a valid way, and that makes a little more sense to me. Or, if you prefer, you could change it to a decimal. So we can say T is equal to, I'm going to take my calculator here and just divide 63 by 16. So 63 divided by 16 works out as a decimal to 3.9375 hours. Each one of these answers right here is acceptable in decimal form, or as a mixed number, or as a fraction. Okay. And when you get done with a work problem like this, it makes sense to just think for a moment and see if it's reasonable. So it takes each of them 7 and 9 hours individually. Working together, then, it should take less than that. So did we get a number that was smaller than 7 and 9? We did, roughly 4. And that seems reasonable, 4 hours, roughly 4 hours as an estimate of how long it would take them working together. If we had gotten something like 12 hours, we would have known that that's wrong, because it's not going to take them longer working together than each person takes individually. So there's a work application.